She was the last pharaoh, the woman blamed for breaking Roman heroes and praised for outwitting kings. But who was Cleopatra, beyond legend and eyeliner and asp? To find her, we go to the 1st century BCE, when the Mediterranean was a chessboard of empires and Egypt lay at its center. Cleopatra VII Philopator was born around 69 BCE in Alexandria, a glittering port founded by Alexander the Great. Though Queen of Egypt, she belonged to the Ptolemies, a Macedonian Greek dynasty that took Egypt after Alexander's death. Their world was Hellenistic. Greek language and science layered over ancient Egyptian beliefs. Pharaohs were more than rulers. They were living links to the gods. Cleopatra would use that aura and a sharp political mind to defend her throne. Her father, Ptolemy XII, Oleides, kept power by buying Roman protection. Rome's favor had a price. Cleopatra grew up where survival depended on money, ritual, and diplomacy. When Ptolemy XII died in 51 BCE, Cleopatra, about 18, became co-ruler with her younger brother Ptolemy XIII. The siblings were married, an Egyptian royal custom, to retain power, but the partnership cracked fast. Court guardians backed the boy king. Cleopatra asserted herself, appearing on coins, issuing decrees, and, crucially, speaking to Egyptians in their own language. Unlike many Ptolemies, she was multilingual, reputed to know Greek, Egyptian, and other tongues. Language was power. It made her legible to all her subjects. Meanwhile, Rome tore itself apart. Julius Caesar and Pompey the Great, once allies, were at war. In 48 BCE, Pompey fled to Egypt, seeking refuge. Courtiers of Ptolemy XIII murdered him on the shore to impress Caesar. The gesture outraged Caesar, who arrived in Alexandria and thrust himself into Egypt's succession struggle. Cleopatra saw an opening and a dangerous ally. Ancient writers say she was smuggled to Caesar wrapped in a rug. Whether carpet or clever theater, the meeting worked. Cleopatra offered what Rome craved: stability and grain. In return, Caesar backed her claim. War followed. Ptolemy XIII's army besieged Caesar and Cleopatra in Alexandria. Fire tore through the waterfront. Later generations blamed the fighting for losses to the famous library. In the clashes, Ptolemy XIII drowned in the Nile. Cleopatra was restored as queen alongside a younger brother, Ptolemy XIV. She bore a son, Ptolemy XV, nicknamed Caesarion, Little Caesar, and declared Julius Caesar the father. Cleopatra visited Rome in 46-44 BCE, dazzling the city with Alexandrian splendor. But in March 44 BCE, Caesar was assassinated. The alliance vanished overnight. Cleopatra hurried home, likely removed Ptolemy XIV, and named Caesarion co-ruler. Power in Rome passed to a fragile coalition. Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, Mark Antony, Caesar's top general, and Lepidus. Antony took the east and summoned Cleopatra to Tarsus in 41 BCE to account for her loyalty. She arrived by river barge in calculated magnificence, evoking the goddess Isis. This was not simple seduction. It was the political language of the Hellenistic world: divinity, abundance, legitimacy. Antony and Cleopatra forged a partnership of love and statecraft. She funded his campaigns, he affirmed her sovereignty. In Alexandria, they had 3 children: twins, Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene, and Ptolemy Philadelphus. In 34 BCE, at the donations of Alexandria, Antony granted eastern territories to Cleopatra and their children and hailed Caesarion as King of Kings, implying he, not Octavian, was Caesar's true heir. In Rome, Octavian called it treason and unleashed propaganda, casting Cleopatra as a foreign queen ruling Antony. But the struggle was about power, not romance. Octavian moved to war. In 31 BCE, at the naval battle of Actium off western Greece, his admiral Agrippa trapped Antony and Cleopatra's fleet. With supplies collapsing, Cleopatra broke out with a squadron. Antony followed, Their retreat handed Octavian the sea and the story. In 30 BCE, he invaded Egypt. Alexandria fell. Believing Cleopatra dead, Antony stabbed himself and died in her arms. Octavian met Cleopatra alive. She tried to negotiate for her children and kingdom, but when she realized she would be paraded in a Roman triumph, she chose death. Ancient sources say an asp's bite. Scholars still debate the method. She was about 39, the last active pharaoh. Octavian ordered Caesarion killed too many Caesars and took Egypt as his personal province, Rome's breadbasket. He became Augustus, first emperor. Cleopatra's daughter Selene married King Juba II, carrying Alexandrian culture to North Africa. Beyond myth, Cleopatra was a multilingual stateswoman who fused Greek and Egyptian traditions, wielding ritual and diplomacy to navigate Rome's collapse. Her fall marked a hinge in history, the end of the Hellenistic kingdoms and the birth of the Roman Empire.